Oh, there it goes. Now my webcam loaded. How's it going, Gizmo? It's been a little hard to get you in here, but I imagine you've been busy with your family. It's the holiday season, so how's that been treating you?
It's been all right. A bit of traveling. Just came back from New York. It's been pretty nice though. Weather hasn't been too bad. Only a bit cold.
You bit cold? Yeah, I'm missing cold. Does that make you a cold weather a warm weather person then?
I love the beach. I love being out on the water. But
Mm,
my birthday's in December though, so I love the good old snow.
that helps. Without it. Thank you. Sweet. Okay. Jude did the thing. Oh my god. No at everyone, but it's posted. That's crazy. Thank you, CJ. Not CJ. CJ's somewhere else. Cold weather person. So you play for Mango Lovers. You guys just went 2-1 against Takeo. A little of that was actually blamed on production because we iced you guys out. Is that true? Was like the long break in between game 0 and game 1 like that much of an issue, or because I don't
Uh,
understand icing out.
yeah. Icing out. I experience that. I hate being iced. Right. Once I get hot or once I play, I need to like keep it going.
Mhm.
So we had the designated start time of I believe it was 7 p.m., 8 p.m., whatever
Mhm.
it was EST. And then warmed up, did my usual warm up, like I said on my post game interview, right? But that's really all I need. I don't need a huge warm up. Go out, I ball. If I don't, I pick it up the second map. But going out, being prepared, doing whatever, and then having to wait an extra 5, 10, which is whatever.
Mhm.
Sometimes players are late or whatever. But then you get into that 15 to 20 mark, and
Yeah.
it's like, all right,
Yeah. So
now it's getting a little long.
now
Now
you're
you're just kind of sitting there twiddling your thumbs.
or just sitting in the range the whole time. Like you can only kill oh so many bots to stay warm.
You
That
only kill so many bosses till your sanity goes crazy.
yeah. I go crazy doing that too, a little bit, but yeah, that's my fault. I'll take the blame on that one. I don't think it was my fault, but I'll take the blame on that one. Um, so then moving on, Manga Lovers, what role do you play for Manga Lovers? Because Scorpion kind of described it as everyone kind of plays a little of everything. Is that the case with you, or do you have like a certain kind of set role?
I'm mainly just duelist. I'm the only one that's like a solid role.
Mhm.
Everyone else just kind of fills around it. I'm more of like the entry duelist, right? Neon, Rays, whatever. And then we just kind of base comps, especially with the rebuild.
Mhm.
It's absolutely tragic. Trying to base around what kind of vibe we want, who we get, right? But mainly everyone, like he said, like I know Scorpion is like our initiator flex. Al is like my secondary duelist flex. It's like everyone plays a little bit of everything, but I feel like I'm the only person that's like a solid role.
That makes. Do you enjoy the role, or is that something that you kind of just have like found yourself in because you're good at
It's not even my main role. I just kind of got thrown onto this
it?
like season 4 of another league, and then it just kind of I
Stuck
kind of
around
got
with you.
stuck here. Yeah.
What would you wish to play then?
Initiator flex. I play a little bit of Senti. I love Flash Initiator.
Hmm,
It's so much fun to play, especially Breach before the nerfs. Man, that was it.
it's a little bit of a miss then. Because, dear lord, I feel like those agents just like. Pardon me if I'm wrong, but like I feel like those agents just do not really have a place anymore in the modern meta, especially with like how much it's just about swinging corners and gunplay. Um,
Yeah,
I,
you're completely right.
I
There's only some maps where it feels like a mage and like Breach is viable. It's like the same thing with Sky. Sky was like basically unplayable, and then Split comes back, and her play rate kind of shot up, but
mhm.
only for that map.
Maybe it'll spread. I always imagine kind of characters like that will spread a little bit just because like, hey, we're playing split so much. I have reps on this agent again. I might as well just try and play it a little bit because it's working, but I don't think that's a tier 1 thing. I feel like that's more of an attitude down here in the depths.
Down in the trenches.
Down in the trenches it gets a little hard here. Do you so you mentioned a couple favorite agents there, being the flash initiator, but you're still so good at being that entry duelist. Is that something that carries over into initiators? Like, do you find yourself, if say you're just playing comp, like you're just swinging first because your teammates are slow? Is that like the attitude that allows you to be good at this, or is it just is it something else that you're tapping into?
Yeah, I mean, it depends on, the type of map and the type of agent. If I'm playing like an agent that's able to get aggressive like a breach, then I'm like just gonna hard entry, throw a stun, throw a flash, just kind of ego swing. Now if I'm playing an agent like Fade, I decide, all right, I'm just gonna sit in the back, chuck a piece of util or two. I'm gonna bait my whole team, get one maybe if I don't whiff.
Brutally honest there. The
And if I'm
bait
playing Fade, I'm
bait my
not
whole
swinging
team.
first.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I'll still find myself swinging first, but that's because I've got worms. I've got to have worms or something.
Yeah,
I'll
I'm
play
always
brimstone, no
itching for a
smoke, and I'll
fight.
just swing.
Yeah, I'm always itching for a fight, but there depends on the agent. If I'm
Hmm.
not playing an agent where it's like I can die and it's like there's certain agents where it's like you can die and it's a matter of all right, you're not that important. That agent can afford to die with whatever you do. But then you got agents like Fade or a smokes agent like
Hmm.
Brim or Viper, where as soon as you die, it's like, all right, we're kind of fucked now. What are we gonna do?
Kind of swinging on a little farther, uh, along hot takes for Valorant.
Uh,
Everyone seems to kind of have something that they understand and know is very unpopular, but they have it anyway. So, like, personally, I don't credit duelist players as much, especially if like I don't know. There's a certain duelist player that if I name, I fear for my life. But they get a bunch of kills but never win rounds, and people blame their teammates when this player doesn't necessarily do as much to help. So I discredit duelists to do that, knowing that there's still an important role. Um, do you have any like Valorant hot takes?
regardless of like team play or
Yeah,
like
just anything.
a duelist is nothing without their initiator.
We go. There's a theme. The theme I'm starting to notice a lot of people seem to not mind the duelist hate, but like everywhere I go online, or like if you're playing comp, I feel like duelists have is part of being like the entry duelist for your team like an ego thing? Like, do you think that's where it is?
I most definitely have the biggest ego on the team. I mean, it kind of shows especially with my first blood ratio, whenever I'm taking fights, I pull up 3 games in 3 different weeks, right?
Hmm.
And the first blood ratio is I have 5, 8, and 9. And those weren't close games either, some of them. So it's a matter of I definitely have a really big ego where it's like I need to take a fight and I know I'm better, so I go to take the fight.
Hmm.
But also a matter of time and place and kind of if what we're doing isn't working, do I need to kind of be a hero, make a play to get us something or not?
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I do. I find that ego thing. That's big though, because you mentioned also the first blood thing is maybe participating in another league outside of TCC. It sounds like you've been around the block a little bit in these leagues. So kind of how has that journey been from like start to finish here? Starting more at into Valorant. I've been playing Valorant for a little bit. What's the first league that you really started looking at to try and take yourself out of Doom queuing comp?
It was back in like 2023 when I first started getting into team play. I found this small little tournament. It was nothing too crazy, but it was a big prize pool. It was a HyperX sponsored tournament.
I saw that
I
in your profile.
won. It is in my profile. I got like $150 headset out of it, and I was like, wow, competing is really fun. I want to keep on doing this. So from then, I think it went into, I kind of took a break, not really anything crazy, because I really wasn't that good at that point. I was maybe gold, plat, not gonna get anything crazy when you're like shit at the game. So when it came to like late 2024, I was like diamond-ish, and I found Chaos Seekers League, and I was like, all right, this seems like a cool league. I lost the first season, a tragic ending. The team just didn't really work out well. One season two going undefeated, and I was like, all right, I think I finally found like a tournament that I may be able to build on, or maybe like, find a community, find people where I can maybe advance on from that. So I've been staying in that league for this is the 5th season now. Just can't seem to get out of low elo. I've won 2 seasons. I'm in playoffs for the third. I've won seasons 2 and 4, so I've won twice in that. Lost season 3 in grand finals. I'm in playoffs currently, But during the break of season 4, I decided to join TCC's season 2
Hmm.
with Flamingos. Very controversial season. It was just such a clusterfuck.
Wait, why?
But ending didn't go
Um,
the way we wanted to. Fortunately, got a second place for Low Elo Legends, which also unfortunately just didn't amount to anything. Lost in grand finals. So it's like I've been around some tournaments doing more. I'm doing MVSK Madness in January. So it's like I'm just kind of prodding around trying to find what tournaments I'm going to be able to win, advance on, and try to build a community off of it and maybe try to find some people I can go off of, grind ranks with, maybe even improve from here to T3 and go, go on from there, maybe even go on a collegiate when I go to college next year.
has that have you found any of those qualities on Mango Lovers at all? Like past and previous iterations, or still kind of
Uh,
like hopefully no one
hmm.
holds us against. If you don't want to say, you don't have to say.
Yeah, unfortunately with Mango Lovers, it's been an up and down roller coaster. I found it off of CJ
Hmm.
because Mango's was kind of in a rough spot, and I was like, hey, listen, I'm kind of bored of competing. I want to find a new team to do it with. So week 2 of Chaos Seeker season 4, I joined Mango Lovers, formerly Brins, and I had met the guys Wampy, Average, CJ, and Ghosty, some players currently not playing in TCC. And we had a good run, but we just never really amounted to anything crazy. Some of us stayed for TCC this season, CJ, Wampy, and Average, but due to rank and eligibility, I've now lost CJ and Average. But playing with some players, it just kind of felt like either I was being held back or we just didn't feel like we meshed together as a team and we were never going to get to a crazy point.
But even like with all that, those that kind of viewpoint, you guys have still found a ton of success. I think you guys are listed at the second seed for
Yes, we are.
TCC. It's hard to find for me to find seeding, so I always have to guess. How was have you had like any kind of standout matches here? Any players that you've played against that you really also kind of felt match your energy, or is it still kind of a little bit of a rollover till DBC?
Players that I played against, I haven't really seen that like kind of match me. I just kind of feel like it depends on the kind of day I'm having, right? So there are certain games early in the season when we versed Velocity, there was players like Kyle or Reverse who were having really good games, kind of stomping me. And then I went against Wagut week 2, where me and Average, I dropped 24 and 8, he dropped to 20 and 6. We went absolutely nuclear, had an ace apiece.
Is it Wagut? Is it?
It is Wagut.
It's
Yep,
Wagut. So
it's Wagut.
someone said Wagat.
No, it's Wagut.
Okay, thank God.
I got yelled at when I was casting one of their games for another league, and I was getting flamed for calling it Wagat instead of Wagut.
They told me to say Wagat too. This is
Listen, man.
this is a real thing. This is a real thing. We gotta figure this out someday. They'll figure out their name.
One day. And then, going back to the gameplay wise, my
Hmm.
last game I believe was Thursday or Friday
Hmm.
against Tico. Pearl wasn't too hot, I was negative. I was 0 for 4 actually. First blood to first death. I just couldn't get anything going on my viewpoint. But then on Haven, obviously kind of picking it up, going 22 and 14, 9 and 2 first buzz to first deaths. It's a matter of when it comes to me, I do not believe that there is anyone currently better than me that I've gone against or anyone that's able to keep up to me. Yet again, there's still DBC versus Brins, so whoever team I verse there, maybe I finally find someone.
They're so it is genuinely just DBC. It's looking at that, you're looking at that one DVC Prin series and you're like, whoever pops out of this, no one from lower bracket anymore, just whoever pops out of this one series is really the team that you guys are going to focus on. Do you have a favor for that season, or a series, or just kind of looking at it objectively?
From an insider viewpoint and knowing Brins roster, from personal preference, I think they are going to get slammed by DPC. Does that mean that Brins couldn't make a lower round roster, like a lower round push? Absolutely not. Like they can definitely still make a run for it. I just don't think they have a chance against a team like DBC. Just knowing some of the Brins players on a personal level and playing against them and knowing their capabilities.
Is there so another thing that I've kind of heard is everyone and their mother around the low elo scene has had some form of contact or trial with Brins. Are you also in the same boat?
Uh, and current recently or like past tense?
Just in general. Not now. You don't have to talk about like who you're trialing with for next season or whatever. Like I don't.
Yeah, so
I'm not
past
implying
tense,
that.
right?
Like, were you part
Yeah,
of the Mango Lovers roster that left Brins, essentially?
yes, I was. That's what I
Okay.
was talking about earlier. In Chaos Seekers season 4, it was that roster of me, CJ, Average, Wampy, and Ghosty. And then there was some. We decided to make a higher elo roster,
Hmm.
maybe try to compete. It was a team of MOs trying to compete in higher ranked, tournaments, and there was a whole blow up of one of the players, the whole controversy, and Brins kind of lost its name then with all
Mm.
of the Twitter drama.
What
So we
what
all just
kind?
kind of took a step back, instantly rebranded, and but it seems like Hyver bounced back from it. Kudos to him.
If it's not like airing out old laundry, what was that drama?
Uh, I'm not gonna speak on it here
That's fine.
because it was really controversial. But if you ask someone who either has screenshots of it or you ask someone who is
Because
a part of it on a personal level, then you'll figure out it was more just a lot of miscommunication, a lot of nonsense bickering.
that's about what I've heard is just like people were throwing insults, like not friendly jabs. It like charged information, I guess, at different people. That's all I heard. Just trying to
It
see
was
if like
just,
if that's
hmm,
a fine way to describe what I heard. But if it's not the case, then
it was just handled super unprofessionally in a matter of all I'm gonna say was Hyver wasn't there for what happened.
mm,
So he was just kind of defending his team, unknowing, or the player, unknowing of what was actually said.
I see. Does Mango Lover? Do you as Mango Lovers? Are you just like a air quote free agent team where there's not necessarily like a person running it? It's just a team in name only because you're just like a stack of five.
I mean, there is technically a person running it. Like, if you have a manager, like right now it's Scorpion, but we aren't like an official team,
Hmm.
but all this and that. So we're basically, yeah, like a five stack, but we just have someone that's kind of like keeping us, making sure we're not doing anything dumb, being Scorpion.
Has he been doing a good job from a
I'd
perspective of a
say
player?
so. I'd say he's been doing a good job to make sure we
Okay,
aren't doing any stupid stuff. Me and Al been doing some behind the scenes work, trying to figure out our roster.
good. Do you guys believe you have what's in store? Because the Takeo series was relatively close. Points, I know like towards the very end it was pretty clear that you guys were the better team, but like in the mud it was very close. So is that like a concern at all going into essentially winners finals?
Uh, my biggest concern with all of TCC is to begin, we're just kind of just a bunch of friends, just kind of playing together, and that's what our whole idea was. We were just gonna pug it out, see what happens. And with the ineligibility of two main
Hmm.
members that we had a lot of chemistry with, kind of it was a bit of a gut punch, so it took away two really good players and two players that gave us a lot of chemistry. So it was definitely rough playing against Tico map 1 because I was playing with three completely new people, and I'm like, oh, how am I supposed to like kind of bounce back from this? Like, I've only played with Scorpion once. This was like my second time playing with Al, and I've never played with Run before, so it was a matter of I didn't really know how we were gonna base util off each other, but during intermission we kind of figured it out with each other, and it displayed on Haven. Me and Al dropping a combined total of 50.
Well, that definitely that definitely helps and changes it a little. So at least you finish it out strong. But are those members that were once part of Mega Lovers, are they still kind of sitting around, or have they kind of swapped focuses?
I believe Average swapped focuses. I don't think he has anything to do with this anymore. But CJ, I believe he might be registered as our coach.
Jiggles,
I don't
right?
even know.
It's Jiggles, right?
Yeah,
I
Jiggles.
feel like he's on 4 teams. I never know. It's so
He
hard.
might be. I literally have no clue. Oh no, he could be a sub. He could be listed as a starter, and I wouldn't even know.
You wouldn't even know. Okay. So it is kind
Man,
of
he's supposed to be a starter on one of my other teams, and I think he's subbing for it.
great to hear. All right, moving a little more kind of back to about you. What was your first experience specifically with like esports? Where did you first kind of interact with it?
The first place I interacted, the first time I experienced it and I watched it was I was a kid playing Rocket League. Oh, I thought it was, man, I loved watching C9 play. I thought
Hmm.
it was like such a sick thing. And as a
Right?
kid, I played a lot of it.
Never realizing you lived through the glory days until it's over. Rocket League, holy
Yes,
shit.
I'm a C9 fan and I'm just in the shitters now.
Yeah.
Absolutely no hope for happiness ever again.
Man, that's a really good introduction though. Did you end up going to like any in-person events at all, or was it just purely through Twitch?
The first in-person event I went to was in November. I went to the Red Bull Home Grounds with CJ, with C
Ooh.
Jiggles in
Favorite
New York.
series? Well, I guess it was best of one. Any best of one that you found fun to watch, or like players you met, if any?
I think I met Tarek. It was cool, but I missed the day for Oxy. Man, I was so pissed.
Mm. So
I
you're
went the
wait.
day before.
So you're a ride or die C9 fan, right? Anywhere,
Yep,
anything?
yep.
Unfortunate. All
It,
I,
it's yeah,
all I
it's
gotta
crippling.
say.
It's crippling.
Don't worry, I know a couple different C9 fans, and I always make fun of them. You'll be fine. You'll be in good hands in like 5 years. Jack has got a 5-year plan for all of you.
Yeah, but I got Celsius on my team now.
That's totally gonna help. It's C9. Sorry, I'm a hater. I've been hating
Man,
C9 since 2011.
man, I love my team, but I still hate them.
Oh man, at least yours does exist. Like I was a TSM fanboy, so
Of course you were.
I gotta eat that one. I can't do a whole lot. With that being the case, why Valorant though? Because you played Rocket League. Rocket League was super successful, still is. Why the switch to Valorant?
Yeah, well, I mean, I played Rocket League as a kid mainly, so I played it when it first came out in
Yeah.
2016. So I was like 9 years old, 8 years old. I didn't really think of it like going far.
Mm,
But then I kind of transitioned into Fortnite, right? Obviously, like a kid, kind of following the trend, like, oh my God, Fortnite.
it
But
was hard not to.
mhm, I thought it was pretty good, but I would miss the year cutoff for even qualifying for the World Cup, like to
Mhm.
even do the tournaments for it. But that's when I first was like, ooh, maybe I should try to do something. And then, but I was always playing on my Xbox. I didn't have a PC yet until 2022. And that's when I first got Valorant, and that was the day that my life became torture.
Is Valorant then like the love hate relationship or like the ex you go back to?
Man, I hate this fucking game. I can't stand it, and yet I still play it. I hate comp. I only play it when I'm doom queuing with my goat Tommy G. And it's like I refuse to play comp for only an hour period. I need to play it for like 6 hours straight so that the wins make up the losses. But it's like the only joy I get is competing, and competing also fucking sucks because you got like a 50-50 shot that you have a good game, bad game, and then my mental gets trashed. But in all seriousness, it's a big love-hate relationship. Like the
Yeah.
game is fun when you're doing good, but then you have your bad days, and it's like, man, I can't wait to get off.
Are you able to notice like continuous improvement, or is it always just like you wake up one day and it's like I am better, and then it'll be like 3 months until that happens again?
I am bipolar. One day I'll wake up, I'll go 30-10 in comp against an all MO squad, and then I'll do a scrim against the last second team of diamonds, and I'll drop 9-14.
It's just
But
inconsistency across the board. Glad to hear it.
yeah, it's there was a big stretch over the summer during the second season of TCC where I noticed I was getting better because there was a time where I was just absolutely running the league. I was shitting on like all the top teams, going top frag, going like double positive. And then in ranked it showed I went from like diamond 3 to ascendant 3 in a week. And then it just kind of plateaued.
during those periods of dips at all, do you do something outside of Valorant to try and like take your mind away, or is it just you just grind through the bad and the good?
Nope, because I play lacrosse, so it's even more pain and misery. I got the off days where I can't catch for shit.
Wait, what do you do? Defense, offense?
Defense.
Oh, you just get whacked
Yes.
constantly.
Yeah, so I'm the cause. But I don't know. The last 2 weeks, I've had like a big ass cast on my wrist because I sprained my thumb and like my wrist. So I've been like, I've had this big ass blob trying to aim, and all of my abilities are on my mouse.
And you could barely move your thumb.
Yes, it
I see.
sucks.
So pain and misery on the field, pain and misery off the field,
Across the board.
across the board. Just nothing, no fun, no fun allowed. Barely notice improvement. Always streaky. Just that's it. That's the life.
Yeah, pretty much. And then you got the occasional times where I'm like, man, I can't wait to compete. And then I get that good game, and I'm like, all right, this game's actually like enjoyable.
I love talking to it's this is like a common thing across every Riot game. All the players sound like crack addicts. You guys all permanently are like finding the next hit and you're just chasing that high and that's what drives you. And I honestly I respect you for still having it because I lost that shit years ago and it's so hard to queue up again. Um
Yeah, it's like a dopamine hit. 'Cause it's like you'll be down in the dumps, you
is the
know.
it's a big one though. Holy shit.
Yeah, it's like you'll be doing horrible. Then you'll hit a nasty flick or a good ass one tap, and you're like, ooh, you feel that dopamine rush, and you're like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, wait a second. You start feeling yourself, and then it just spirals into doom queuing or playing Val again.
To hear. Now, oh, I just forgot. Oh, there we go. You mentioned that uh, you play across multiple leagues at multiple different points. Maybe not at the same time. I don't know. But what's the
Yeah.
time commitment like weekly look like that for Valorant? What do you do to try and get better and stay hot?
I don't. Yeah, this game kind of sucks. So for me, because I'm EST and you know my schedule, I got a pretty open schedule right now because my club season ended.
Mhm.
So it's not too bad, but there was a time I think I was playing in 3 leagues at once.
Ooh.
Or yeah, there was a time where it's the very beginning of TCC. I was playing in TCC, CSK Season 5, and LEL. So I had to commit 3 different days to that. And then if we decided to, maybe one day of scrims, depending on the team. So it's like the time commitment. It's just a matter of when do I feel like playing. Because I get home, like, let's say 1 p.m.
Mhm.
Because I leave early because I'm a senior. I just kind of do nothing. Just kind of relax, play games. And then,
What's on the Steam library then?
whatever I feel like. What have I been playing a lot of recently?
What
I
happened?
downloaded CS. That's been absolute pain
Oh,
and misery.
why did you do that?
Yeah, it's a great
Bro,
question.
it's like
Uh, I
man.
got bored, so I re-downloaded Overwatch. So it's even more
Whoa.
pain and suffering.
Have you
I play
like
Junkrat though, so it's okay.
okay, so you enjoy torturing people? Good. Have you like thought
Yes.
about maybe playing like I mean in terms of like toxic free games, you maybe play like Warframe at all? None of that?
I get into Warframe. Warframe got like it's weird. I don't know.
You gotta be hella unemployed to play it though. I'm gonna be so real. If you want to
Yeah,
go anywhere past the start, you do have to be unemployed. But it is
yeah.
fun when you get
I
there.
do got my past. I do got like my passive strategic games. Like I got some Kingdom Rush. I got Dungeon Defenders.
Ooh, one or two.
Mm-hmm. Both.
Oh, let's go.
And then when I decide that I'm bored of getting shit on in Val, I
Hmm.
get shit on Smite. But I refuse to play League.
Okay. Do you pardon me for asking this? Are you a masochist like at all?
Bless you.
Are you like do you enjoy the pain and suffering? Is there like is the feeling of going from the very low to the very high like something that you chase often?
I like to go from lows to highs. Yeah, because I mean,
That's
I like finding a game where that I'm bad at and then just getting good at it. Because my thing was when I first got a computer, I wasn't really good at playing shooter games, swapping from controller to KBM.
hmm
Then I played Val, and once I started getting good at Val, I started like playing other games again, like Overwatch,
yeah.
Fortnite, whatever, just kind of going back to some old roots. And my aim felt like really crisp. Like when I first downloaded Marvel Rivals, I think I like
Oh
spiked
my
up.
god.
Obviously, rank inflation was a thing, but like I spiked up. My headshot percentage was through the roof. My
Mhm.
accuracy in general. So it was kind of like I was getting big dopamine hits from playing like new FPS games because I went from Val where I started plateauing to a new game where I was just shooting up really quickly. But then you got games where I was shit at, like Overwatch. And coming back, I'm still shit at. But I don't know, I'm starting to get the same dopamine hit where it's like I want to keep on playing to get good at it again.
Okay, that part of the question, it just comes from when I'm so used to hearing people talk about like, yeah, I take time off and for me, I love the friend swap. Everything. Repo, Peak,
Oh,
like
repos were
Lethal
that.
Company. I
Yo,
love those games because I'm like, there's no improvement. I'm like fully on Breaker, like Helldivers 2, where there's just the only goal is just trying to make it to the end and nothing else.
yeah.
So when I hear that lineup of games as like your break from Valorant, it's like, dear God, I'm shocked you have you gotten into rhythm games then at all?
That's a great question. I
Like,
think, I think the does Geometry Dash count?
yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I'm kind of ass though. I think my best is Future Funk. Catch me on Geodash. But then, like, I get more pissed off at Geometry Dash than I do at Valorant.
That's crazy. Wait, I had a kid when I was on a plane recently. There was a kid next to me who was playing Geometry Dash, and he was genuinely crashing out about it. I'm like, dude, he was playing like Theory of Everything too. It's like
Yo, that level gets everyone, those damn invisible blocks.
they're not that hard. I swear. I'm that was where I went when I was grinding CS. My break would always be rhythm games, and I just do it to myself. I would say though, if you didn't get into them yet, probably not now because they're just party tricks at the end of the day.
Yeah, I
So
mean, the biggest break I probably get is the occasional, like, Friday night, 2 in the morning, playing Peak or Repo with my goats, Bobby W, Spy, and Tommy G.
that's no, those are the good nights.
Uh-huh.
Those are breaks. That's what I expect to hear.
Yeah, but that's like once every like 2 weeks, maybe. Then
Like,
you got the occasional repo starting to become a little more though, starting to get a little more frequent when I'm like,
let's go.
fuck this, I need to relax a little bit and troll some monsters.
It's good. All right, real question. How is
Yeah,
Scorpion's IGLing?
that's a great question. We don't have an IGL.
You don't have an IGL. He said he was the
I'm playing.
IGL.
I'm playing. He's kind of the IGL, but during the game, it was we all kind of had to chip in because we weren't. It just didn't feel right. I don't even know who it was. It might have been him, but I thought it was one of the new people we're playing with that were IGLing, and it just didn't feel right. Like a lot of the calls seemed iffy.
Mhm.
So we tried to what we used to do with flamingos. We would Tommy G would be the prime IGL, but we'd all chip in ideas. So we'd start around like, hey, listen, can we try maybe going B or a B split? He'll be like, all right, how about this? We're gonna go A because there's a hole. If this doesn't work, we're gonna do that next round. Or he goes, all right, yeah, let's go B. Let's get this. Let's get the initiator, duelist, B main, the smokes A, do a calm little fake, and then we're gonna explode into a B split. So that's what we kind of did against Tico, where we would chip in ideas, and then Scorpion or whoever it was would be the master, decider, where he'd
Mhm.
be the biggest mind, going, yeah, let's do that call or let's hold off on that call.
It wasn't bad. I'm just so used to where I come from. It's like customary to glaze the IGL, and then for them just to be absolute piss. So it's good to hear that at least that's not the case here. Always
Oh,
gotta.
glazing my IGL. Oh, you clearly never heard me last season of TCC or every season of
I
CSK.
haven't, no.
My goat Tommy G.
There.
I suck his dick to the absolute extreme. I love that kid. I love his IGLing.
Here we go. All right,
Catch my goat Tommy G on
that's what I'm used to hearing.
Valorant.
That's what I'm used to
I'm gonna
hearing.
add him in TCC.
Might have to. All right. You've been on a lot of teams then. Uh, every team that I've been on, both like traditional and non-traditional, and it seems like this is a relatively shared experience, has like an inside joke or just something stupid they do as like a mannerism is what I wrote down. For me, the last LoL team that I played on, I would have to join the call and shout my name like a Pokemon, um, in order to be talked to. Is there any as like hazing or whatever? But like, is there anything that you've had to do or been on a team where it's like stood out to you?
I gotta think about that. On Amigos, it was a lot of I would join. It's a lot of kind of mispronouncing each other's names and a lot of insulting. Because it was a lot of Tommy has a lisp, so we'd use that for everyone. So it'd be like, hooray, whenever we'd pronounce my name. And it's just we'd add a lot of insults to
That
everyone's
works.
name, flip it around a little bit, you know, kind of changing up Bobby instead of Bobby W. We call him Wobby B. Now, Mango Lovers. Let's see, I gotta think about that. The old Mango Lovers with TJ, Average, Wampy, and them. It was just a lot of who are we gonna dox first? Whoever's first and last name gets doxed first loses, because then it goes to a downward spiral. Like if we do Average, if we're on call, we say his first name, he doxes Wampy's, and then we do CJ's full name. Then it all comes around in a full circle.
Okay.
That one that brought the
Okay.
vibes up. Just a bunch of doxing each other,
I remember.
and
I've been on
then
a team where that's the exact same stuff.
yeah,
So that's not out of question. Okay. Oops,
and
sorry.
then for this new Mango Lovers, I don't know.
Not yet.
We gotta find it. We
Yeah.
if the video ever comes out, if we ever make it, it's just a lot of bullying Wampy.
Okay.
The pre-round, I love that guy. Then me and Al decided to play some 2v2 Clash Royale.
Ooh. Okay, so you do. Okay. There's something else you play Clash Royale. Another game full of pain and suffering, though.
I play Lumberloon Rage. Don't even get me started.
All right. I gotta be so real. Don't know the decks. I know what's going on. I don't know the decks. I
If
avoided
anyone
it.
plays Clash Royale and they heard that deck, yeah, it's
All right.
you
That
know,
the knowers
it
know. My
it's
grade.
one of the most hated decks to ever graze it. To ever,
My
yeah.
my grade would not survive a Clash Royale arc, so I avoided it like the plague. But I envy the people that are bigger than me. Is there any last second stuff? I'm kind of running out here. Anything you want to kind of address? I know there's like no one here, but I'm gonna post a video anyway. Anything you want to kind of address? Any people want to call out? Anything you want to say here before we call it a night?
I don't think anyone I want to specifically call out, but Mango Lovers is most definitely gonna win TCC. It's just a matter of is it gonna be a 2-0 for upper finals, or is grand finals gonna be a 3-0?
Okay. With that being the
I have a
case,
lot of confidence in my team. I feel like that once we start clicking like we did at the very end, we have a lot going for us. And there's, especially like I talked about, knowing some players' capabilities, like some players on Brins, they're just physically not capable of keeping up with me. Like I've yet to lose to someone like Robos, their duelist. I've known him since I think season 3 of CSK. Kid has never won a map against me.
I
Not
like
a
that.
series, not even not a map.
No, I like that confidence. I respect that. Makes it fun. Now that's out there. World can hear it. Brins can hear it. Do you back the statement "Brins' buns" from WGW?
Yes.
You know, perfect. Okay. So far, everyone has said yes. All right, you probably
Yes.
got to go defend your goat because CJ's throwing question marks at him. I've got to go finish this beer. I'll see you all after this.